Welcome to my channel Subhash Sir's classes. Today we are going to the next session of electrostatics, electric potential and electric potential energy and their different applications. What is electric potential? As you know, potential is something that is stored. So when we keep a thing up upon a hill, then it has some gravitational potential energy. When we store water in a tank overhead, then also it stores some mechanical energy, that is potential energy. So whenever electric charge is transferred from one point to another, we have to do some work. When we do it against the field, suppose there is a electric charge and someone brings another charge close to it, then these two charges will interact. One charge will try to push or pull the other charge towards it or away from it, and when the charge is pushing it away, if you forcibly bring the charge closer to it, then you have to do some work, and that work has to be stored somewhere, and that is stored in that charge. So whenever a charge is brought from a very distant place to a closer point of a charge, the work done in bringing that charge from that distance to this distance is stored in it, that work is stored in it as potential energy, and this is known as electric potential energy. So whenever we have a charge here, say it is at infinity, far away, and we are bringing that charge against a charge, suppose this is a charge q and it has electric field, and we are bringing a charge closer to it. So we have to do some work, and that work will be stored in the charge. Suppose this charge is q dash, it is brought closer to this charge. The field on this charge is F is equal to k q by r square, and the the field E, and the force F is k q dash by r square. We know this is Coulomb's law, and when we are bringing a charge closer to it, then the charge multiplied by this field will give you the force, and when you are bringing for a suppose this distance is r, we know that work done is force into distance. So if force is k q dash by r square and distance is r, then this will be k q dash by r. So this will be the work done, and if this work is stored in this charge as its potential energy, then we can say that electric potential energy on a charge q dash, when it moves, as it moves a distance r, is given by W is equal to k q dash by r. This is electric potential energy. But what about electric potential? This energy spent in bringing a charge closer to another charge divided by the charge which was brought. So electric potential by definition is the work done, amount of work done in bringing the charge from infinity to a place, and on the charge, the amount of charge. So if I bring a charge q dash from infinity to a place against a field of q, then what will be electric potential due to this? That will be the total potential energy or work done W divided by q. This is known as V, and V sometimes it is written as V at r. So this is W by q. So this can be treated as k q dash by r square divided by q dash. So this will be k q by this is k q dash by r divided by q dash, so k q by r. So we get electric potential which is w by q k q by r. These are the two important formulae in this section, and then we need to find what is the electric potential due to a system of charges. Suppose there are two charges, there is a charge q here, a charge was brought, q1 was brought here, another charge q2 was brought here. So due to this charge there is a potential, due to this charge there is another potential, and if these two potentials are calculated, then we can find the final potential, electric potential Vr is the potential due to the charge 1 and the potential due to the charge 2. So this is V1 plus V2. Electric potential is a scalar quantity, it can be added directly, and V1 can be k q1 by r plus this can be k q2 by r. So we can find, if we are taking the vector form, suppose from a reference point, this point is r vector, this point is say r1 vector, and this point is r2 vector, then clearly we have to find these two vectors only, which can be, one is r minus r1 vector, another is r minus r2 vector. So potential due to q1 k q1 by r minus r1 magnitude, V2 will be k q2 by r minus r2 magnitude, where k is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 for SI system. So what will be total potential? Total potential will be V is equal to V1 plus V2, which is k q1 by r minus r1 mod plus k q2 divided by r minus r2 mod. And if we simplify this, then we can take a common of k, and this will be q1 by r minus r1 mod plus q2 divided by r minus r2 mod, and the value of k can be included. If it is in SI, this will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into this much. So this is the potential due to a system of two charges. I think you now would understand how can this be extended to a system of n charges. If there is a system of n charges, q1, q2, q3 up to qn, then we shall have v1 plus v2 plus v3 plus up to vn, and everywhere we will have 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 common, and q1 by this much plus q2 by this much plus q3 by r minus r3 mod plus up to qn by r minus rn mod. So v will be v1, in that case v will be up to sum of v1, v2 and up to vn. So this will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q1 by r minus r1 mod plus q2 by r minus r2 mod plus up to qn by r minus rn mod. And using summation sign, we can put this in this form, where 1 by 4 pi epsilon is taken common, and you have q1, q2, q3. So these are all qi's, I is equal to 1 to n, and upon r is common everywhere, so put r here minus ri vector. So this is the expression for potential due to a system of n charges. Total potential total electric potential due to a system of n charges. And this can be called superposition principle, as we have discussed earlier for electric field and electric force. This is superposition principle used for electric potential. So with this we conclude this section, and in the next section we shall go for capacitance and other concepts. So thank you for watching. Bye.